The most painful endings don't always unfold in front of the camera. They happen quietly, behind closed doors, where no producer can soften the blow, no spotlight can mask the sorrow, and no audience can witness the tears. After decades of appearing inseparable, Kelly Ripa and Mark Consuelos are suddenly facing an unexpected crossroads. Fans are asking, is this really the end? After Mark made a heartbreaking choice that left Kelly in tears, we'll walk you through the emotional story that led to that moment. Tonight, it's not just about the headlines, it's about the feelings, the love, the struggle, and the lessons that speak to all of us. This isn't just a celebrity breakup story. It's about marriage, resilience, and the courage to face change. For years, Kelly and Mark were seen as the definition of devotion. Sparks flew the moment they met on the set of All My Children in the 1990s. In 1996, they defied expectations and eloped, turning their love into a cherished part of American pop culture. Through career highs, raising kids, and fame, they seemed unstoppable. Fans adored their humor, candor, and effortless on-air chemistry. They weren't just a couple, they were proof that love could thrive under the spotlight. But like any love story, there were cracks behind the smiles and red carpets. Challenges slowly built up until Mark was forced to make a difficult decision. Together, they built a life, raising 3 children, sharing a home, even working side by side. To the world, it looked like a dream, but privately, the constant togetherness came with its own strain. Mark, known for his passion and intensity, often clashed with Kelly's equally strong personality. Kelly herself has admitted their marriage wasn't without heated moments. It was never about a lack of love, it was about finding balance. Over the years, the pressure of work and personal sacrifice began to wear on them. Friends noticed the fatigue behind Kelly's camera-ready smile. Eventually, Mark realized he needed to step back, not just from their joint projects, but from the version of their marriage they had been living. He told Kelly he could no longer ignore the growing distance and unspoken frustration between them. It's not about falling out of love, he confessed. It's about surviving. The words broke Kelly's heart. She always believed they could weather any storm, but this time felt final. When she saw that Mark was making a choice she couldn't control, tears filled her eyes. In a deeply private moment, Mark confessed that he feared their constant tension was dimming Kelly's light. He loved her too much to let her become unhappy. Imagine leaving the person you love, not because the love is gone, but because you care too much to keep hurting them. For Mark, this was sacrifice, not abandonment. For Kelly, it felt like the ground had disappeared beneath her feet. She had fought for their union, their family, their shared life. Watching it unravel was almost unbearable. Alone in her dressing room, Kelly replayed their story, the nervous laughter of their first conversations, their modest Las Vegas apartment, and the early years raising kids on a tight budget but filled with joy. It all felt like yesterday. Now, decades later, she wondered how everything had shifted so quickly. The love was still there, even if life, choices, and time had comforted her. She realized nothing could erase the love they built, the family, the laughter, the legacy. Behind the scenes, she wept, not out of anger, but from longing and gratitude for what they'd shared. These were tears every spouse or parent understands, the ache of change, the sting of uncertainty, and the knowledge that sometimes love alone isn't enough. Yet as the tears fell, Kelly felt a quiet strength awaken within her. She remembered who she was, not just a wife or TV host, but a woman who built her own identity. For decades, Kelly Ripa and Mark Consuelos have been one of Hollywood's most beloved couples. Their romance, born on the set of All My Children, became a real-life fairy tale of laughter, family, and partnership. But Mark's recent decision has shown fans a side of Kelly they've rarely seen, raw, emotional,
and deeply human. When Mark shocked fans by announcing he was stepping away from Live with Kelly and Mark, it wasn't just a career shift, it was personal. For years, the duo's chemistry had defined the show. Their easy banter made them daytime TV royalty. So when Mark announced his departure, it hit Kelly and fans hard. Without her co-host and partner beside her daily, Kelly's routine changed dramatically. The emotional impact surfaced during a recent episode when she nearly broke down, admitting how difficult the transition had been. "It's hard to imagine live without Mark," she said, her voice trembling. "We've shared everything for so long. Now I have to figure out how to continue on my own." For Kelly, this was more than a professional adjustment, it was personal. Her on-screen dynamic with Mark mirrored their real connection. Viewers had seen their affection and humor unfold naturally. Now that chapter was closing, and Kelly was left to navigate a new normal. Mark later released a heartfelt statement, apologizing for the pain his decision had caused. He said, "I never wanted to hurt Kelly. She's my partner in every sense, and I'll always support her journey." Fans flooded social media with love and encouragement for both, calling them an inspiration for staying strong through change. Despite her heartache, Kelly remains determined. With the support of her family, fans, and even Mark himself, she's pushing forward with resilience. As for their future, no one knows exactly what's next. Perhaps they'll reunite for another project. Perhaps life will take them down separate paths for a while. But one thing is certain. Their bond has endured decades of challenges, and it continues to remind fans that even the strongest loves evolve. Through her tears, Kelly Ripa reminds us all, change doesn't mean the end. It's the start of another kind of strength, built on love, gratitude, and courage.